Free work. Free and work in the same sentence. I am flabbergasted. Welcome to another episode where we talk about free work and how you can do it like a pro. I'm going to begin this video with a very hot take. Never accept to do free work from any client who asks you for it. I will tell you the reason why. Now let's start from here. Every single activity that a business performs is leading to a specific goal. Now, there are three main reasons why any business will want to take any type of action. Cut costs, increase revenue, increase market share. So now everything boils down to revenue, because when you cut costs, you increase revenue. And when you increase your market share, that's increase your number of customers, you inadvertently increase revenue. So in the end, every little thing that a business that is out there to make profit does, they are doing it to make sure they get more revenue, whether it is short term or long term. And so the client picks up his phone to call you as a service provider for their business, which means that they have evaluated everybody around and realized that you have value. Let me tell you something, it's a game, because every client wants to cut costs as much as possible. Everybody in business, including myself. So any opportunity I see that I can be able to cut costs without affecting the output in the end, I'll cut it, because that's what business is. They're not even trying to devalue your service. They're just trying to get a bargain. They want to get as much value as possible for as little amount of money as possible. Mind you, this whole argument right now is if a client is the one that reaches out to you in the first place and asks for free work. You know, the thing is, I can't even relate because it has never happened to me before. If it has happened to you before, please type in the comment section below. Let's hear the crazy things these people have said before. In the end, exposure is overrated. That's what they're going to dangle in front of your face, and they're going to give you exposure. And even exposure in the real sense of the word is not even that valuable, because you're relying on hope that if this video goes out, you hope that somebody is going to see it and want to work with you. Hope is not a strategy. I have done something for a celebrity before, and that video did not bring out anything from it. And there are many people with these kinds of stories, but those type of stories are not told because it's not the fun thing that everybody wants to hear, that, oh, they did something for someone and then the thing just blew like that and then like their life changed forever. Exposure doesn't work as much as you think it does. And so how can you make free work work for you? Is that what you asked? That's a fantastic question. When you start a business as a filmmaker or a video production company, and hopefully you've chosen your niche, you have to start marketing yourself, right? But chances are at the beginning stage of your journey, you don't have enough money for marketing. And so instead of investing money, invest other things into marketing yourself. And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And one of the best ways to put yourself in a position to be marketable is to build leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is the stepping stone to your next paid client. So whatever you do for free must be able to get you your next client. Take, for example, you have figured out that you want to be making fantastic food videos for restaurants. The first thing you can do is to reach out to a smaller restaurant that is not too big but not too small at the same time, that almost fits the type of brands you want to be working with. And you reach out to them and say you want to do the work for them for free. Now, when you do that, you will put your whole mind, your heart and soul into that project and bring out a fantastic video. That video, you take that video and use the video and the results that you get from that video to pitch to the next client that is going to give you a better pay. That proof of work that you did is called leverage. I have done this before, and this is what it can do for you. Now, if you notice in that example that I gave, you are the one responsible for taking that video to the next client. You're not sitting down there and hoping that, oh, maybe one client is going to find me in the name of Jesus. No, you are actually going to use that work to pitch to other clients. You see, that is the most important part of this entire conversation, because if you're doing work for free and you do nothing about that afterward, then you have wasted your time, money, effort, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table now. Remember, you don't have a marketing budget. So if you're not spending your time and your effort efficiently in order to get results, then you are leaving money on the table. So in actual fact, at least 2 of 3 things must be in place before you do any work for free. 1, you must be the one that suggests to do the work for free. 2, this work or project is exposing you to a new market or a new experience. 3, this project is pitch material for your next bigger client. Now listen, for you to get the most out of this, you must put all of your effort into whatever work you're doing for free and make sure that you produce some of the best films that you've ever done in your life. And hear this, the most important thing of doing free work is not even necessarily the video that you produce, but it is the result that comes out from that video for the client. So what you're pitching to the next client is the effect that that video had on the business and how it helped the business meet their goals. If you have that, then you have in your hand a gold mine, a weapon, a solid leverage that you can take to the next client and stand confidently and say, I can help you do this. You must always constantly check, how is this video doing? Is this video bringing you guys the best results possible? Keep working until you find out how your video can help them solve their problem. Once you have that and you're able to replicate that, then ladies and gentlemen, you have yourself a formidable business that you can take to the next client and say, look, I can help you do this. I've done this in the past. This is the results that this person had, and I can help you get that result too. I've said a lot, but there's some things I just want to let you know, especially when you're doing work for free. Number one, be 100% professional when you're doing work for free. As professional as possible. Reply emails on time. Reply messages on time. Meet deadlines as much as possible. Interact in a professional manner. Number two, when you're doing free work, you must tell the client how much that job is supposed to cost. That's one. Two, you send them an invoice of the price, and on the invoice, you give them 100% discount. That way, they know that the next time they're going to come to you or wherever they're going to refer you to knows that this is how much these types of videos cost. And I made that mistake in the last time. I did a video for a brand for free at first, and I didn't tell them how much it costed, and I put all my effort, did everything. They loved the video, then they wanted to come back to me that we should work again, and then they called a ridiculous price because you did it to them. You did it for them for free. Anything above free is valuable, but you know the value of the video. And so if you don't tell them, you're on your own. Number three is you will ask for a written or a video, preferably video testimonials from them about your service before you hand them the final deliverable. Because when you send them the final deliverable, all of a sudden you just realize that they're busy. They don't have time for you anymore. They're not picking your calls. They're not doing this and they're not doing that. And they're just not going to be available for testimonials, and you've lost your testimonial. They're not paying you money. The easiest thing they can do is to give you a video testimonial telling people how great your service is. That's your superpower. That's your goal. That's what you need in your arsenal. When the next client that you're going to pitch to is doubting you, you send them a testimonial of a client that you've worked with. Number four, ask for referrals. Number five, always ask questions. What are their pain points? What are they suffering from right now? What do they need? How can you make this stuff better for them? Ask and ask and ask questions every time to make sure you know and you understand what exactly they want for their business, and give it to them so that you can release the maximum results for them. Number six, be generous. Generous with your time, be generous with your efforts, be generous with your attention, be generous. And then the last but not least, number seven, always have an agreement. If you don't have an agreement, baba, you will suffer. There are some people that will want to take advantage of the fact that you're doing work for them for free, and they will just do useless things. So make sure as much as possible, just have a simple document, a simple agreement. Now, before we go, let's circle back to what I said in the beginning. Never accept to do free work from any client who asks you for it. There are some circumstances where the person that calls you is your dream client. Now, that rarely happens because the fact is your dream client will be able to pay for your services. So that rarely happens. But if this is your dream client or a client that you really want to work with so that you can use them to pitch to a bigger client, then here are some of the things that you can do. Number one, never accept in the first conversation. You will tell them that it is a policy that our company does not do work for free. That elevates the conversation to a different level. However, you have heard what they're saying and you see that they're in need right now, that you would have to go back and discuss with your team, and then you will get back to them. Never accept it in the first try. Even if not only you did the company, you are going to talk to your team. And as usual, when you cut the call, go outside and start dancing gigolo. Two, when you call back, you will tell them that you've spoken with your team and that you're considering to work for them. But then there are some things that they would have to do in their end. One is that they must give you testimonials. You say it upfront. Number two, they can either give you referrals too as well. The same thing that we talked about in the former one. Ask for transparency, that they will tell you how this video actually helped them, that you need that data so that you will have adequate tools for your leverage that you're building. And then you must send them the invoice of how much your service costs. Must, and give them 100% discount. And then you must send in an agreement. It is very necessary. People change when you start working with them. I'm telling you, people change. Nobody thinks, this guy seems nice. Oh wow, he was nice on the phone. Baba, when the work starts like this, oh boy, they will change it for you. You will not believe. We're going to talk to your lawyer very soon about all these kind of agreements. So if you want to watch something like that, try to hit the like button. and subscribe. And then the last but not least is this: you must be ready to lose them. If after everything you've told them, as nice and as polite as possible, they're still saying no, they can't give you all that, they just want you to work for free and they'll give you exposure, you must be ready to say no. You see, the thing is, you would think that you're losing them, but trust me, I know what I'm saying. You have gained someone that respects you and respects your business. And when you continue to work, continue to grow, they are watching you. They're seeing as you're growing. Trust me, they will come back. So far you are good, you keep getting better. They will come back for you, fam. If they want you to give them value, but aren't willing to exchange that value in return, it's not worth it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell me if you learned something new. Share it to as many people as possible as well. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hustle hard, hustle smart, but either way, get the bag. It is the Hustle Guinea Pig, and I will see you all, God willing, in the next video. Butter!